And so I reach for you, dear, and you ignore it, and it took me a while.
So we're chasing the sun. Don't need a reason, we're having fun. Found a place to belong. We're never leaving, our lives begun.
Hey everybody, it's Brian back with the VIP Soundcheck, and I am honored to have my friend Hannah Strumner on with me. Hannah, thank you so much for spending this time with me.
Thank you so much for having me. It's so nice to see you again.
Absolutely. And we talked to, God, it's probably about a year and a half now when we did an
Yeah.
interview at an old channel.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was last March.
I think you're right. Yeah. It's a little over a year. Man, time flies.
It does. It does. I was sitting in the same spot that I'm in now.
That's right. Is that in the closet where you write the names on the wall? And
It's right outside my closet. So my
Gotcha.
closet door is right here.
Nice. Now, I know through looking at your Instagram and all, you guys had some work done at your house not too long ago, and so it's kind of
Exactly.
throwing you off for your lives and everything back to normal now for you.
Yeah, everything's back to normal. I've been doing my streams kind of in a different room too because it's kind of more like spacious. But yeah, everything's back to normal. So I'm so glad about that because I could stream a lot now.
Nice. And I asked you this before, and I still can't figure it out. When exactly do you sleep? Because you're up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and
It's so weird because sometimes I'll sleep at like 4 or 5. Usually it's like because I like to go live and write music and sing at that time.
yeah,
So it's you kind of get inspired. I don't know, something inspires me about like it being nighttime, So
there you go.
um
Kind of like the peace and tranquility. You can be alone with your
exactly.
thoughts.
Exactly. You could just kind of, there's no distraction and you could just kind of, write a song but I really enjoy it too because you could kind of talk to people all around the world at those specific times that you go live too. So
True.
it's really fun.
True. Does your family ever get mad at you when you're singing though at like 3 in the morning?
Not really. No, they're really good about it. They're really nice. And my dad will be like, "Hey, when are you going live?" Or my mom has like an Instagram account and stuff. So she'll like watch my live and my dad will be right next to her and they'll be like tuning in. Sometimes it'll be late at night that they'll watch it.
Like, you guys are up?
I know we're up really late.
Nice. And actually, going back to your music, you've had some things happen since the last time we talked. I know White Sneakers came out, and that's been a big one for you. So tell me how things have changed or how people reacted to White Sneakers.
White sneakers and the blue jeans look. Now I'm sitting. I try so hard to pretend I'm not in, but I hope you find out real soon. And I look into your eyes. Do you feel your heart on fire? Can I know for sure that you're the
I loved it because it was really cool to come out with a song, like a love song, and I feel like a lot of people interpreted it as like something for the summer, something that they can listen to and gets them in the mood for summertime. And I really enjoyed seeing like when people would post videos to it or kind of just like to, listen to it and I'd play it. But I really enjoyed we had like an animated like lyric video
Mhm.
and that was really fun because it had actual pictures that were taken of me, but they like animated it, and that was really cool. So, but overall, it was awesome.
Nice. Nice. You've done some live shows as well. I noticed like you put out the one that I did the video, Disconnect, where you did a live
Yes.
version. Was that at the Idaho Fair, if I remember correctly?
So that one was at the Sapphire Room. But I played at the Idaho Potato Drop. And I did play Disconnect there too. And that was like in January for New Year's time. And it was really cold, but it was so fun to play there.
Okay, so is it the potato drop instead of the ball drop in New York? Is that what it?
Exactly.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
it was really neat because, I felt like I've seen like the ball drop all the time on New York, but it's like a potato, that's awesome. And it's like Idaho. So it was my first time being there, and being able to play was really, really neat. And to see other people play as well was
Sure.
awesome.
So is it literally like a huge potato up on a like a tower that
Yeah.
drops?
Yeah, it is. It's like a really big potato, and it literally drops like the ball drop. And then fireworks will go off, and everyone's screaming like Happy New Year. And it was really
Sweet. So you
great.
guys
I've
go
never
all out with
experienced.
it.
Yeah, yeah, it's really cool because it's something that everyone can go to of all ages and just kind of hang out and celebrate the new year.
Very cool. Now, I've also noticed that you've started doing a lot more like shorts on YouTube where you're telling stories about your life and kind of telling like anecdotal stories. And I was laughing, you were talking about the one your date who got pulled over by the cops. And so what made you want to start doing short stories like that?
My date got stopped by the cops with me in the car. So I went out with this guy. Let's call him Zach. And Zach and I went out on a first date and it went all well. So what do? When it all goes well, you ask someone out on a second date.
I've always loved watching stories on TikTok and Instagram, and I feel like it's really cool because I feel like that kind of inspires me, those stories, to write music. So I wanted people to kind of see a different perspective and me actually like telling a story about something that happened and how it could possibly relate to a song that I've written. But I always get inspired. I see people on social media posting story times. It's just kind of fun to tune into as well. So I thought it would be neat to try it out.
Sure. And you're natural at it because I mean, you just are yourself. And I like that. It
Thank
doesn't feel
you.
forced or anything.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So, do you got any other new songs that are coming out soon? I know it's been a couple years now since your album hit.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. I do have new music planned to come out, and I'm really excited because before you guys know it, I'll be able to say like this is coming out. And so I'm really excited. It's really hard to like not say anything, or because you really want to like say this is like the song I'm working on, but it's cool to have a surprise. It's
Sure.
really cool. I always, whenever artists will release music, it's always cool to have a surprise, and then you scroll through an album and you listen to each song. And so I think it's really fun, but it wouldn't be possible with it, without you guys. Like, you guys made it possible, so I always thank you guys.
Sure. Well, I'm happy to hear what's coming out because everything that you've released so far is I've always loved. I know you've got a growing fan base that all over the world is loving what you're doing.
Yeah, it's so cool because I really enjoy connecting with everyone, and it's neat to hear people's stories too, and how they join the live stream, or what they were doing at 3 a.m. and just scrolling on their phone, and like they're
When
like,
they can't
hey,
sleep.
yeah, yeah, and I think we could, hey, if people are night owls, I mean, we could already bond over that,
That's right.
and so I really think it's really cool, and it just feels like we're all great friends, and just being able to talk on there is just really awesome.
Absolutely. I know you're still in college, right? So you got what, about another year before you graduate, or
So I got my associates actually this semester. I just got
congratulations.
it. Thank you. And so I'm planning to continue on. I'm kind of like, I really enjoy music so much. So I'm actually planning to take some classes at college just to kind of learn more about music,
Sure.
because it's so awesome. So so I'm very excited about that. It's really, really neat.
So you think of diving into more like music theory or
I think so. I think some of it's music theory, some of it's instruments. Learning new instruments would be something that I'd love. And, even playing guitar, you can always learn more, no matter, how long somebody's been playing. And I've seen so many incredible guitarists out there, and it would just be so cool to be able to learn from them, so that's what
absolutely.
I really want to do.
Nice. That was smart though to get the the associates. I did the same thing as I was going through school. I'm like, hey, at least then if I leave, I got something. You know, so
Exactly, exactly. That is very true. And it definitely, I noticed like going through college, you get inspired too, and you're using your brain, so you get just more and more inspired to create music and write and everything.
sure.
I used to think that we would be here to stay. Did you ever know? Did you it happen down 5 mile road? Drive past the road, you barely know how you shine.
Now, are you planning on doing more live shows? I mean, now that things are, maybe slowing down a little bit. I know, like we talked about with Disconnect, you did a live video. Are you planning any kind of small tour at all?
So I am gonna do some live stuff this summer, and I'm very excited, and I'll be able to like say what I'm gonna do. And but yeah, I really want to go on tour. Like that is something that is like the main goal of what I want to do. And so, and hey, I'll go on tour where you are too.
There
That
you
would be
go.
really cool. But yeah, that's what I want to do. But yes, there are some live shows planned.
Very cool. All around that area.
Around that area, yeah, where I am in
Okay.
Idaho. So it's gonna be cool.
And we got to get you out to like Ohio and
I know,
Pennsylvania.
gotta go there. I really want to visit Pennsylvania. I've heard great things about Pennsylvania. It would be cool to go to Ohio. I've never been there, but I've
Okay.
had some friends that have been there and lived there for a while. So, and they liked it a lot. So it'd be
Yeah.
neat to go there.
Yeah, there's a lot. And I'm thinking all throughout Ohio and Western PA where I am, there'd be a bunch of venues that, he'd be fantastic for.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd love to go there. I would love to go there. And it would be cool to go and see like, every state I've noticed, there's museums and history,
Hmm.
and that's really fun too, to see the history of the place.
Absolutely. Now going back to the music, and we're talking about the new album that you've been working on. Is it to the point where you're just putting the finishing touching on now, or are you still writing some songs for it, or?
So the new music, there's some stuff that I have that's basically finished. But then there's also some stuff that I'm still working on. And so it's kind of like a mix of both for different things. But I'm excited about the music that is finished because I really like the sound of that. So I think
Very
it's gonna be
cool.
really cool. There's a different feel, I'd have to say, for
Okay.
it. So
Okay. Can you give us a little hint of maybe the direction of the sound
um
without giving away
so
too much yet?
there's a pop vibe to one of there's like a very pop vibe to it. And I'm excited to hear what that sounds like because I've never really gone that direction before, fully,
Okay.
but it doesn't mean that I'm going like, oh, I'm going off pop or, but it's cool to kind of experiment, with different music.
Sure. Yeah, kind of try something a little bit different. And,
Exactly. Yes.
then you can take what you learn from that and then you keep refining what you're doing.
That's very true. That is very true. I've noticed with writing, when I did my last album, I did more of a rock kind of vibe to some of the songs and country, and it was
Hmm.
neat to mix them both together. I thought it was awesome.
Very cool. Now, are you planning to just start releasing singles at some point, or are you just going to do the whole album as one?
I'm planning to release singles first. So, I remember when I released my single, Are You Ready, Let Go?
Hmm.
And that really kind of gave a whole feel for the album and the upcoming music. And and I had like a music video and stuff, and it was really great. And then White Sneakers was a little different because it was a single being released, but it had an animated lyric video, so it was kind of different.
Yeah.
It was
was the hardest thing I did. I never expected. Are you ready to let go?
You come around again. You text me with no clue.
Are you ready to let go?
Nice. So it's exciting. You got some new music coming up. You're at least halfway through school, which is good.
Exactly.
What else is going on for you that's coming up?
Um, let's see. Well, I'd say, well, there's always new live streams coming up. That's very true. But definitely been working on some more videos and creating like videos for TikTok and Instagram and some singing stuff and even playing songs that wouldn't make it to an album or as a single, like just songs that are not recorded. uh that is something that I'm also going to be doing. And yeah, I'm really excited about that because I have a few that I'm going to start playing during the summer
Okay.
on my stream.
So that's something that even like down the road you could release as like, Hannah's unreleased music, or what I mean? So
That's
like the
very
Hannah
true.
tapes or something.
That is very true. That is very true. I've definitely, there are some songs that I've played on my stream that people have said you should record, and I've definitely have kept that in mind. So, I really like hearing what people want recorded and what they connect to most.
Sure. And I know we've talked about that you like a lot of different types of music. Are there any artists that you've been, kind of found recently that you're really into?
I like Kelly Clarkson. I like her voice
Sure.
and her style. She has like her own style, and I really like that, and I really admire that. And I think that she's great. I also been listening to more. My mom introduced me to the movie Grease because I've never actually watched it.
Okay.
And so some of the songs on there were really fun, and I love Olivia Newton-John's voice is just amazing. So it's cool to hear someone current like Kelly Clarkson and also hear somebody like Olivia Newton-John. And that inspires you because you hear both like time periods.
Sure. So you heard like you're the one that I want and songs like that from there.
Exactly. She just has such a, I don't know, it's a very unique voice, but in a good, like it's really
Yeah.
beautiful. And there's something about it. It's just like magical. So it's really cool.
I would agree. She was almost ahead of her time with her sound. Like she had that
Very
kind of pop
true.
sound that wasn't,
That
around
is
back then, I should say. So
that is very true. Yeah, there's something about it that really stood out, and I think that's probably what made, songs that she sang and stand out is just her voice and just how she really connected to the song. Like you feel like you're feeling the exact same way as she is.
absolutely. Well, Hannah, this has been awesome as always to talk to you. Is there anything that you'd like to say to fans before we leave?
I just want to thank everyone for everything, and again, this really wouldn't be possible without you guys, and I look forward to going live and talking to everybody. It's just so much fun, and we have a blast, and I can't wait for future music and performances and everything. It's going to be really cool.
Sure. And everybody, make sure I'm going to put all the links down below. And throughout this interview, you've seen, I'll put some of her music videos and songs in and kind of give you a taste of it. And check her out. You're going to love it. I've always enjoyed this. And again, Hannah, thank you so much. It's
Thank
always a
you.
blessing.
Thank you so much. It's always just amazing to see you and talk to you.
Likewise, I appreciate that. And we always appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, thank you so much for spending this time with us. I love you all. God bless and rock on.